"Happy birthday!" they shouted. My wife, my two kids, smiling like it was any other morning. Cake on the counter, streamers clinging to the ceiling fan, balloons tied with trembling hands. Then she handed me a box. Inside, a bus ticket. One way, out of state. She smiled too wide. "It's time," she said softly, like she was giving me a gift. "Time for you to leave, so we can start new lives. With my boyfriend." She looked proud. "Rich boyfriend," she added, like that mattered. I stared at the ticket, felt the silence pool behind my ribs. The kids looked anywhere but at me. I folded the paper, put it back in the box, and thanked them. Then I left, not because they told me to, but because I needed time to plan. They thought I didn't know, thought I was too slow, too passive, too drained from years of work and silence and compromise to notice how they'd slipped away behind my back. But I knew. I knew long before the ticket. The late-night texts when she thought I was asleep, the laughter in the bathroom with the door shut, the new phone she kept tucked between couch cushions. I watched it all with a kind of quiet detachment, like a man watching his own house slowly flood, knowing no one was coming to help. I heard his name once, Elliot. He drove a Tesla, wore Italian shoes, told her she deserved more, and she believed him. So did the kids. They didn't call me Dad that morning, not once. I didn't use the ticket. I kept it, pinned it above the bed in the motel room I rented on the edge of town. Every night, I stared at it, memorized the departure time, watched buses pull out without me. In the morning, I made calls, not to them, to people they didn't know I knew. I dug into Elliot, his real name, his company, his past lawsuits. Turns out, money makes you arrogant. It doesn't make you careful. He had a record in another state, financial abuse, 2 non-disclosure agreements, a bankruptcy buried under a new LLC. I printed everything, bound it neatly. Then I hired a courier. Meanwhile, I watched the house, from across the street, unseen. They'd moved him in already. His car sat in my driveway. He wore my robe, ate my food, played soccer with my son in the yard like he belonged there. And my daughter called him L. I kept watching, waiting, not for him to slip, but for them to settle, for the illusion to harden into something they believed was permanent. Because that's when it hurts the most, when you finally let yourself feel safe. The box arrived on a Tuesday. Brown cardboard, no label, no sender's name. Inside, just one item, a thumb drive, and one sheet of paper. Printed on it, "Check the video files before dinner." I know the kids were home. I know they all sat down together like some sitcom family. I know because I watched it. On a private security feed I left running when I walked out the front door. She clicked the first file. Footage of Elliot, his hands around another woman's waist, from last month. Then another file. Bank transfers to offshore accounts. His name, her name, dates lining up exactly with the days she told me she was visiting her sister. Then the last one. A camera in the master bedroom. Not for what happened between her and Elliot, but what he said after. "She's dumb enough to think I'm staying." She stood frozen, kids silent. I watched her world start to crack. And I didn't feel joy, only silence. 2 days later, she called me, didn't leave a message. The next morning, the boyfriend left, didn't come back. The house is in foreclosure now. Apparently, Elliot drained their joint account, left a note, said, "Thanks for the ride." I didn't need to show up, didn't need to say a word, but I did send one thing, a small black box. Inside, the bus ticket, the original, folded once, no crease. Underneath it, a note in my handwriting, "Should have been yours." She called again, then again. Eventually, she stopped. I never went back, Didn't reclaim the house, didn't fight for custody, didn't explain. Some things deserve to be left in ash. Now I wake up every morning without waiting for betrayal. I drink my coffee in silence. No birthdays, no fake gifts. Just the truth and freedom. They gave me a one-way ticket out of their lives. I gave them a destination they'd never come back from.